Failure doesn't have to define us. It's where we go from that misstep that decides whether we succeed or whether we stay stuck. Now, I know that seems like an obvious truth, but I also know how often we forget it. It needs to be repeated to us, by us, especially when we're chasing our creative goals. Really, any goal for that matter. We need that constant reminder to measure where we are, not by how perfect things are, but by how far we've come. Today, I want to prove to you two things. Number one, you're not a failure. And number two, embracing failure on purpose is one of the most powerful tools to become the creative you were always meant to be. And I'm going to share with you 3 benefits that you can walk away with today and apply right away. But first, let me share with you why this thing is so difficult in the first place. The problem. From early on, we are taught this black and white thinking, right versus wrong, success versus failure. But life isn't black and white, especially for creatives. Art lives somewhere in the gray. Progress is not subjective, and success, well, it doesn't follow a straight line. So it's no wonder people walk away from their creative dreams, whether they're hobbies or professionals, because they believe that they're failing, when really they're just going through the process. And here's what I need you to see today. Mistakes aren't roadblocks. Mistakes are simply part of the path. And the sooner you become comfortable interacting and using mindfully these mistakes is the sooner and the faster that you will grow. Now let's talk about our first benefit of embracing mistakes, and that is real-time feedback. If you're watching this, chances are you're hungry to grow, hungry to level up. That's amazing, that's awesome, I commend you. But very often it turns into this learning mode overload where we're binging content, we're watching tutorials, we're taking notes, and we're never applying it. We put off action to guarantee we have the perfect plan or for fear of getting things wrong. But here's the thing, feedback only comes from doing. That's why I'm super big on accountability, whether that's through people, apps, trackers, because it forces you to perform. It takes that knowledge and it turns it into action. You can't fool yourself. Whether you are or are not doing the work, you have tangible proof for you or against you. I've been there before. I never really felt like an artist until I released my EP. Now, before this time, people would ask me, hey, what do you do? And I say, yeah, I write music, I produce music. And they say, oh, I'd love to hear some of your stuff. And I had nothing to show for it. So it felt a little bit like I was a fraud. But once I released that and people will ask me and I'd say, hey, yeah, here's a link. It's on Spotify, YouTube, or wherever you stream music, I start to feel like I actually am who I say I am. So it felt awesome. Real-time feedback is insane. It really exposes the gap from knowledge to action. And once we start getting that action down consistently with this next benefit, it kind of turns into a superpower. Let's talk about it. Benefit number 2. Momentum. This is the juice. This is the part that we crave. This is where that work stops feeling so much like work and we start having fun. We start moving with purpose. Anytime I'm giving myself a challenge, once I fully commit and I don't allow failure to be an option, there's no plan B, eventually something clicks. After a few rounds of showing up and finishing, it becomes second nature. It becomes, most importantly, predictable. You stop seeing the work as overwhelming. You start to trust yourself that you are someone who finishes what they start, even when the final product isn't perfect. You understand and you see yourself leveling up. The sense of, man, I'm actually getting better. Being able to see that and feel it in real time, there's nothing better. A daily creative practice, a simple deadline, 30 minutes a day, it doesn't matter what it looks like. It just has to exist consistently. Because every time you show up, every time you push through and you finish something, you're collecting evidence. And that evidence is like fuel for your momentum. Benefit number 3. It desensitizes your fear. Most of us associate mistakes with inadequacy, and nobody wants to feel like they're not enough. But really, we've been conditioned, whether that's unconsciously or consciously, to fear failure more than we fear staying the same. We are taught to fear creative careers, unstable income, not being one of the lucky ones or special ones. Instead of being encouraged to explore, to express, to build creative lives in all kinds of ways, whether that is as passionate hobbyists or professionals, we are fed the script, it's not worth the risk. But when you start to embrace failure, you take your power back. You stop flinching, you stop hesitating, and you start creating. You start to realize, well, yeah, I can survive a mistake. Actually, I need mistakes. That's the only way I'm going to grow. And that lie that failure is fatal, it starts to lose its power. So please don't avoid mistakes. Run at them. They are necessary. They're not proof that you're not enough. They are proof that you're doing the work. Just put on your creative blinders and keep going. Create because it gives you life. Create because it's in you. Create because there's no other option. Drop a comment if you're picking up that skill you left behind, or maybe we just reframe some mistakes for you today, knowing that it's just all part of the journey. I'd hope that you like and subscribe if any of this brought you value. There's gonna be a lot more videos about creativity, productivity, just helping you create and finish your stuff. All right, now go finish something, go create. Have a great day. Thanks for being here. Peace.